This is what I was doing. Move the panel from here, move the switch from there, because that looked like an afterthought. Actually, it was an afterthought. That's why it looks like that. To up there, I ran the wires behind the wall, fished them up. So my voltage meter, my USB outlets, 12 volt outlet, and the switch to arm them. You can see it is right there, and that's for the water pump. Right now the system is winterized. That's the fresh water, gray water. Both of them got quick disconnects. But again, the system is winterized, so it's just some residual water in the lines. These are open, so hopefully nothing freezes. But if you hit this, since it can't build pressure, the pump will kick on. Let's see if anything comes up. Yep. But if there was water in the bucket, it would pressurize and shut off on its own. So you just turn the switch on, and then you just use the water, just like if you were in a house or a regular camper or RV. And when you turn the knobs off, the pump kicks off automatically. You want to disarm it, turn that off. When you're traveling, whatever, that's just in case something comes loose, it won't flood the inside. What I did on the bottom, I got 2 old paint buckets, cut them down, and screwed the bases down. And the buckets that are in use, they just slide in. That way, when you're hauling the trailer, the buckets stay in place. They don't just slide around. And this one is the same way. The P-trap, it's an actual boat, camper, RV P-trap. That's the water pump with the built-in pressure system. That's the on-demand hot water heater. It actually holds water in there. But so it's a tankless, but it's a hot water heater. That's my power inverter. I need to make a label and stick it on there. I forgot what size that thing is. I think it's a 3,000 watt with a crazy surge. I can't remember what it is. That's my power supply, 12 volt. That also charges the battery. Excuse me. That's my solar charge controller. It charges the battery from solar. Excuse me. That's the solar in. That's where the solar comes in. That's where the shore power comes in. That's the 120 volt load center. That's the 12 volt distribution block. See, everything's labeled: water pump, blower for the fan, cabin lights, DC outlets, and so forth. I'm gonna clean all this up. This was the initial install, proof of concept, make sure everything's working. The battery's in there, so I'm gonna up. That's just an old recycled, burnt out 12 volt battery. I'm surprised that thing even holding a charge, but I'm gonna upgrade to a deep cycle. The outlets, you got one there, and one back there. Lights, 12 volt LED lights controlled by this switch. I'm gonna swap this out for a regular 12 volt switch. I don't like the house. I thought I would, but I don't like this. Saying you control the lights right here, and you can also control them up here, so you can turn them off or off or one. And this is I installed this. You got a smoke alarm, so you open it, and your fan right there. I usually leave this open, but in wintertime I just close it. And all the wiring, of course, is behind the walls. The front wall is insulated. It came insulated. That's my little TV. I got that for free, and you could pull it out and turn it, and then you push it against the wall. It stays in place. I had a DVD player in here, but I guess when we were hauling stuff in the trailer, the bouncing and stuff, it just destroyed the DVD player. It doesn't work anymore. Paper towel. That's my little business bucket that I made a few weeks ago. That's for emergencies only. Bucket on a base. Toilet seat. You line it with double bagged. Pour Kita litter in it. Again, emergencies only. Because no one wants to toss out a bag of poop. This is what I call a semi-conversion, because we still see the tire marks on the ramp. That's the ramp that folds down. We still use the trailer to haul stuff. When we go to cut the grass on the other property, we put the lawnmower, string trimmers and everything, we load them up in here and go cut the grass. That's the heater that I use in here in the wintertime. That heater is way too much for this small space. It's just too much. I'll cut it on. After a few minutes, I gotta cut it off, and the residual heat keeps the space warm for a while. What else? The spare tire, never used it, came with the trailer. This is one of those gravity chairs, I think it is. My wife ordered. That's our hand truck that we use when we're moving stuff around in here. Boxes when we transport and stuff. But that's the little step I use because I lifted the trailer. I did a spring over axle lift. The springs were on the bottom of the axle from the factory. I bought some spring perches, put them on top of the axle, welded them on, and put the axle onto the springs, and that raised it up a lot. But that's it. That's a little semi-converted 7x12 enclosed trailer.